You must agree that for every person, the perception of beauty is totally different. Some admire the blue eyes, others only red hair, and sometimes a cute smile drives people absolutely insane. Often, from those who like to philosophize, you can hear that each person on earth is beautiful in his or her own way. And in truth, we can't argue with that. There are a lot of examples in our world where individuals with unique looks either rose to fame or were rejected by society. And today, we look at the 15 extremely unusual people you won't believe exist. So let's begin with number 15, Marieme and Ndeye Ndiaye. Marieme and Ndeye Ndiaye were born conjoined in 2016 in Dakar, Senegal. They share much of their body, including several vital organs, making surgical separation nearly impossible without immense risk. From the beginning, doctors didn't expect them to survive, but their father, Ibrahima Ndiaye, refused to accept that. He moved the family to the United Kingdom, hoping for advanced medical care. Today, the girls live in Cardiff, Wales, where they attend school and have grown into curious, spirited children. Their bodies may be joined, but their personalities are distinct. Ndiaye is bold and sociable, while Marieme is quieter and more reserved. Their father calls them miracles, and the medical team that continues to monitor their health agrees. Though surgery isn't an option, the focus remains on quality of life. Through determination, support, and love, these girls live each day fully. They are not a tragedy. They are living proof that hope, courage, and family can push back against the most impossible odds. Number 14, Tan Tian Eng. Tan is 63, and he is from Indonesia. He has lived with tumors all over his body since childhood. At the start, he was normal. It began when he was 5. He fell while playing football and hit his face. What started as a small lump near his eye turned into something lifelong. Back then, doctors suggested surgery, but Tan's parents, scared of more damage, said no. Over the years, the growths spread, now covering nearly his whole body. He still lives in the same village he grew up in, and even though some locals have reacted with fear or judgment, Tan's kept going. He doesn't isolate. He doesn't hide. He tries to live as normally as possible. His younger brother said, "I'm proud of him. Others are ashamed, but he isn't. He's not less than anyone." And that support? Well, it's everything. His family's love has helped Tan stay grounded and hopeful through decades of challenges. He didn't choose this condition, but he's faced it with dignity. Number 13, the man with bubble tumors. This man from India was born with one of the world's most extreme skin conditions, and now he is desperately seeking surgery that could transform his hellish life. Diwakar Bisoye, 71, from Odisha, says the lumps started appearing at age 14 or 15 and spread rapidly. Now, thousands of bubble-like tumors cover him from head to toe. The worst of them is a 66-pound mass on his thigh. It's so heavy he struggles to walk. He relies on his wife of 35 years, Dobani, and his children for financial and physical support. But here's the most important thing. Diwakar hasn't let it break him. He still engages with his community, still hopes, still dreams. The world may see his condition first, but he sees a future where he walks freely again, without the burden that's literally weighing him down. Despite the pain, the stares, and the daily grind, Diwakar remains hopeful. All he needs now is the chance, the money, and the surgery to reclaim a little freedom. Number 12. Sophia Weaver. Sophia was born with a series of severe congenital conditions, craniofacial deformities, limb differences, and later diagnosed with both type 1 diabetes and Rett syndrome, a rare neurological disorder that impairs motor function and communication. By age 3, she was receiving complex care at a children's hospital in North Carolina. Doctors described her as 1 in a million. Her combined conditions were seen in only 2 other families worldwide. Despite it all, Sophia loved music, crafts, and time with her siblings. Her body faced intense challenges, but inside, she was just a little girl with big emotions and bright curiosity. Her mother, Natalie, became a public advocate for kids with complex medical needs. Sophia underwent over 24 surgeries, lived with constant support, and required round-the-clock care. In 2019, at just 10 years old, Sophia passed away surrounded by family. Her mother vowed to keep her voice alive, fighting for those who can't speak, and honoring the life Sophia lived with quiet strength. Number 11. The triplets who do everything together. Hannah, Catherine, and Nadia are identical triplets. And no, that doesn't just mean they look alike. We mean they live alike. Previously seen on Truly's Hooked on the Look, these 28-year-old sisters have been inseparable since birth. They share an apartment, daily routines, workouts, meals, outfits, and even a sleep schedule. They've even invented their own language. In this episode of My Extraordinary Family, we meet their older sister, Regina, who admits she barely got a moment's peace growing up with them. And still, nothing's changed. The triplets are adamant. They'll never separate. People think it's strange. The sisters? They think people are just jealous of what they have. They aren't just close. They're fused at the soul. Their dream? To one day live in a massive shared house with their future husbands under one roof. Say what you will, but these 3 beauties believe life is better when it's lived in sync. They are just cool. Number 10. Cyclopia baby. Cyclopia is among the rarest and most severe congenital disorders known to medicine. It occurs when the embryonic brain fails to divide into 2 hemispheres during early development, resulting in a single eye centered on the forehead. Most infants with this condition also experience severe deformities of the skull and brain, which make survival impossible. It affects 1 in 100,000 births and is often fatal within hours. The exact causes vary. Genetic mutations, chromosomal abnormalities like trisomy 13, or environmental toxins during pregnancy have all been linked in medical studies. When cases do surface, they often stir widespread media attention and ethical debates in neonatology. For families, it's not just science. It's grief, heartbreak, and decisions no one wants to make. These babies, though rarely surviving, leave behind questions about what goes wrong in early development and how fragile life truly is when it begins. Each case haunts the medical world, not just for rarity, but for the silence it leaves behind. It's just scary. Number 9. Allie Chapman. Hollywood actress Allie was born with hypochondroplasia, a rare form of dwarfism, and stands at just 3 feet 8 inches. Because of her size, she's often mistaken for a child and has even played kids in films. Allie was about 5 when she stopped growing and remembers trying to blend in during high school. "I wasn't comfortable in my skin back then," she said. Fast forward, and Allie now lives in Los Angeles, thriving in the TV and film industry. Her breakthrough came from a random ad looking for a little person for a body double and stand-in. That gig turned out to be I Am Legend, starring Will Smith. She was picked to double for his daughter, Willow. "There are scenes where Will's holding his daughter. She'd step out, and I'd step in," Allie told Truly. Since then, she's done tons of TV and film, but mostly character roles, elves, and costumes. Now she's pushing to change that. "We're not just creatures," she said. "We're people, and we belong on screen too." Number 8. Crystal the actress. Crystal was 18 when doctors told her that the abscess on her gum was actually cancer. What followed wasn't just chemotherapy, it was surgery that removed a large part of her right cheek, some teeth, and her upper jaw. For a long time, she hid her face behind her hair. "It was hard seeing myself change so much," she said, but she refused to let it break her. Now 26, Crystal has a spot at a top London drama school, chasing her dream to be an actress. Her biggest goal? To change the way people see facial differences on screen. "I don't want to just play the pity roles or the villains," she told Truly. "I'm more than my face." She wants to be seen as a full character, not just a face with a story. Her message is simple. You can go through hell, come out scarred, and still be beautiful, powerful, and seen. And she's proving that, one role at a time. Number 7. The Pregnant Father. The sky is blue, the grass is green, and men can have babies. Well, the first two are debatable, but not the third one. This man actually did this thing. Mason is pregnant with his not first or second, but third child. His first two, Skylor and Amour, were born before and after his transition. Skylor, now 12, always called him Dad, even before he came out as trans. "I never told her to," he said. "She just did." His daughter accepted him instantly. Others, not so much. Now 7 months pregnant with a baby boy, Mason's dealing with a whole new wave of opinions. "Why transition just to have a baby?" people ask. "Your kids will be confused." But he doesn't flinch. "If you properly educate your kids, they don't suffer," he says. His co-parent, Kay, will help raise the child. They aren't trying to make a statement. They just want their family to be okay. Number 6. Gabriel's transformation. Gabriel was 17 when he first hit the gym, driven by a simple goal. Look strong, feel strong. "I wanted to be appealing," he told Truly. He trained hard, 3 hours daily. "I just wanted to be bigger than everyone." Then came 2020. 1 rep, a 50-kilogram bicep curl, a loud snap. "I screamed in the gym, dropped the weight, and ran to the hospital." Doctors said he'd need surgery to reattach the muscle. But days later, something worse. An infection. Necrotizing fasciitis. "It's a flesh-eating bug," he said. "They kept cutting more. It spread so fast." He fell into a coma for 10 days. When he woke up, his right arm was gone. 3 days later, I saw the mirror. My arm was missing. It was brutal. But he survived. Now Gabriel's learning to live differently, with strength, not size. "Beauty comes in all forms," he said. "What matters is who you are inside." Number 5. The double-dose twins. How far would you go to look like someone else? For Miriam and Michelle Corrales, the answer is simple: every mile possible. These 33-year-old twins from Miami don't just share DNA, they share practically every detail of their existence. From their matching 40-inch booties to their hair, nails, workouts, and wardrobes, they keep everything identical. They call themselves the double-dose twins, and they've been inseparable from day one. They work side by side, travel together, even sleep on the same schedule. And when Michelle goes on a blind date, Miriam comes too. Not as security, more like quality control. Because if you want one, you'd better be ready to deal with both. Men get jealous. They misunderstand the connection. One relationship even fell apart because the guy couldn't deal with their closeness. The twins don't lose sleep over it. If we're too much, go find less. That's their motto. Their life might look like a stunt, but it's not an act. Number 4. The Interabled couple. Alex lives with spinal muscular atrophy type 2. Her boyfriend Noah doesn't. That fact alone was enough to break the internet when they shared their relationship. Suddenly, they were flooded with hate, people calling their love fake, accusing Noah of fetishism, even demanding they terminate their pregnancy. "It should be illegal," someone posted. But reality doesn't fit neatly into hate comments. They met on Bumble, they fell in love, and now they're expecting a baby. Noah, a recovering addict, has found purpose in parenthood. Alex, a disability advocate, has dealt with trolls before, but this was another level. Instead of hiding, they posted more. Ultrasounds, baby names, a little hand waving hi from the womb. At first, even their families were hesitant. Now, they're fully on board. Alex is preparing for a high-risk C-section, fully aware of what's ahead. "We have each other. We have resources. We're ready," she says. Number 3. The Clements. We know exactly what some people are thinking, but no. This woman made her choice, fully and freely, and so did he. Mayfair and Winston Clements aren't looking for applause. They're simply raising their daughter, Malika, who's now 3. Winston has osteogenesis imperfecta, brittle bone disease, and people claimed he'd never be a father. So when Mayfair became pregnant, the rumors exploded. IVF? Cheating? Is the child even his? But Winston didn't flinch. "People don't understand how capable she is," he said. They moved to the U.S., built a family, and refused to fall apart. Winston pushes Malika to be bold. Mayfair anchors the home. They balance each other perfectly. And when the internet tried to turn their love into a joke, they picked up cameras and told their own story. "Our bigger mission," Mayfair said, "is to normalize interabled relationships. We're just 2 people trying to do our best." And honestly, they really are. Number 2. The man obsessed with his nails. Ryan's nails reach beyond his fingertips, longer than most fingers, curling at 4 to 5 inches per hand. He's a lash tech based in New York, and nails have always been his obsession. He spends up to 8 hours at each appointment, drops $1,000 regularly, and switches out sets every few weeks. So far, he's spent over $50,000. His videos showing how he eats, showers, and lives with talon-length claws have gone viral. The internet, of course, has opinions. People call it ridiculous, attention-seeking. One comment even said, "This is fatherless behavior." Ryan laughs, keeps scrolling, reads it out loud like a badge. For him, nails are identity, bold, sacred, defiant. "Living for others is a one-way ticket to nowhere," he says. He's not here to meet your comfort level. He's not softening the edges, his nails, his rules. You can mock it or admire it. Either way, you're watching. And he's just living exactly how he wants, without any guilt. Number 1. The model with one arm. This woman redefines what it means to live boldly beyond expectations. Zizifo was born with one arm and a malformed leg due to phocomelia, a rare condition that affects limb growth. She's 26, lives in Johannesburg, and doesn't just accept her body, she models it. As a child, Zizifo became familiar with side eyes and silence. Kids recoiled. Adults doubted her abilities. But she carved her own lane online as a creator, letting the world see her on her terms. Now, her confidence isn't optional. It's part of who she is. She's advancing her career and seeking someone who values drive as much as she does. Her love life? Not for show. On a blind date, she dropped the truth. Missing an arm or leg isn't the issue. If you've got character, you've got everything. Zizifo isn't here to erase her differences. She's here to shine in them. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.